India's fiscal consolidation path, why it is important, and where are we heading on it. So, if we look at the current status or the journey of the previous 5 years, how the fiscal deficit of the union government increased from nearly 4.5 to 5%, which was prior to COVID, it jumped nearly by 100% to reach around 9.2%. Now, this was sure because of the COVID, a lot of investments and economy push was required by the government. At the same time, the revenue pressure because of the complete shutdown during the COVID times. Now, this fiscal deficit from that level of 9.2% is being targeted to bring it back to nearly 4.5 to 5%. And that the idea is to achieve by FY26, and currently we are somewhere around nearly 6% where we are, and over the coming years, definitely by FY26, nearly 4.5% is what we'll be reaching. And this now it's important for this consolidation is important because when we look at overall the the interest cost or the government of India's debt, which is nearly more than 80% and more than 80% of the GDP, which is government of India's union borrowings, and that puts a pressure, a macroeconomic pressure on government in terms of putting more and more percentages of its revenue to serve the interest. It's currently has nearly touched 41% of the revenue, which is high. So that is a sustained pressure, and the government will have more and more limited space to do with the money. And the way the government has been moving is pushing more and more capex. So there's a lot of commitments from the government side, and the capex push has been increased by nearly 3 times over the past 5 years. The capex investment by the government. So there, the idea is that more and more private players should enter in, and the capex responsibility of the government be a little minimized, and overall the government can focus on limiting the debt percentage overall for the union government, as well as the fiscal deficit has to be contained. At the same time, we are aware how RBI is targeting the inflation to nearly 4%, and that is very important to ease the pressure on the people, the inflationary pressure on the people. So, in this entire macroeconomic context, it is important how the states are, in fact, managing their finances and what kind of deficit is there, what kind of borrowings are there. And if we look at those in more detail, then we understand that in reality, it is much higher in terms of the fiscal deficit. If we see combined state and central government, the deficits are higher and the risks are higher. So overall, containing these are important so that the money can be leveraged better for the development of India. Thank you.